access that information at a later stage. Okay, so what I want to quickly do is just go back to the same information, and I want to just make reference to a couple of things as you are doing this course. The first one is under the recommended textbook, I've placed another resource there that's called the ICDL spreadsheets. We will make use of it because that's the module that we are doing. Don't worry too much because the resource there says spreadsheets 2010. It's not a big problem because we will be able to still cover a lot of the skills based on this material, but it's also relevant for other material as well and other versions that are higher up. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Is that okay? So if you look at this resource, it's got a number of lessons which are based on things that I'll be going through with you and explaining and teaching. Okay, cool. So that was just a quick aside. And then obviously we want to get straight into today's lesson, the things that you should be able to do: start Excel, use the interface, creating a workbook, opening and closing a workbook, and then saving a workbook. So if you went and had a look at the resource lesson 1 resource, which is coming from the textbook that I posted, there are a couple of things that you need to be able to do: starting Excel, creating a workbook, opening a workbook, saving a new workbook. These are some of the skills that you need to be able to know and understand. Okay, this is just a little portion from the textbook that I showed you, which is right at the start. Going forward, I'll be able to just refer to that textbook for you. Then there is this introduction to Excel, which is our first assignment. That is what you also need to learn and use as well. That is the first assignment that we'll be doing. So to just get straight into what we would like to learn and what we would like to do, there's also at the top here where it says lesson 1, getting started with Excel, and lesson 2, creating workbooks. There are some links there. Confirm you can see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the 2 links there, which are written lesson 1 and lesson 2, they show us what we need to know. Cindy, did you watch this first video here?
Nothing.
Yes or no?
Nothing.
Okay, so what we will do, since both of you haven't watched, I would like to play this short video clip for you so that you have a better understanding of what Microsoft Excel is all about. Okay, and it will help to reinforce what you read on earlier. And Rowan, it will also help you to understand what we want to do and what we want to cover. So I'm going to play this short video clip, and then I'll explain what I want you to do. So I'm just going to mute my mic, and then I'm going to play this video. Okay.
Goodwill Community Foundation, creating opportunities for better.
Please confirm you can hear that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Great, so I'm going to play. Okay.
Better life.
Excel is a spreadsheet program that allows you to store, organize, and analyze information. You can use it to create contact lists, budgets, invoices, and just about anything else you can imagine. When you open Excel, there's a good chance you'll be taken to the Start screen first. From here, you can access recent workbooks or create something new, either from scratch or from a template. In this example, we'll click Blank Workbook. Next, you might want to take a minute to explore the interface to make sure you know your way around. Let's begin with the ribbon, which is the collection of tools and features at the top of the screen. The ribbon is divided into tabs like Page Layout, Insert, and Home, so you can easily find what you're looking for. There are also commands on each tab that have been organized into groups. For example, if you look closely at the font group, you'll find it has everything you need to work with text, including options like bold, italics, font color, and size. Some groups even have an arrow in the bottom right corner that you can click to view even more commands. If you ever feel like the ribbon is taking up too much space, you can always hide it or minimize it. All you have to do is click the arrow in the upper right corner. Then choose the option you want. Also in the upper right corner is a place where you can access your Microsoft account. Here you can update your photo, manage your account settings, or switch to a different account altogether. You can even customize your copy of Excel to make certain commands more convenient. Take the Quick Access toolbar in the upper left corner. This area gives you access to frequently used commands like save and undo, no matter where you are on the ribbon. To add more commands, just click the tiny arrow next to the toolbar, then choose the ones you want. I'm going to add new, and also quick print because I use both of these commands pretty frequently. In Excel 2016, you'll also find a new feature called Tell Me. It works like a search bar to help you quickly find tools or commands you want to use. Just type in what you want to do in your own words. The results will give you a few options and then guide you through the process, as well as offering additional resources. Now let's take a look at the workbook itself, which is also sometimes referred to as a worksheet or a spreadsheet. In this example, I've opened an order list that I'm working on. Every worksheet contains cells, columns, and rows for entering data, plus the formula bar for working with your data. If you need to scroll up or down, or even side to side, you can use the scroll bars here and here. In the bottom right corner, you'll find several tools that will help you change the way your worksheet is displayed. To zoom in or out, click and drag the zoom control. The number next to the slider will tell you what the zoom percentage is. You can also switch between different worksheet views using the 3 commands here. Normal is selected by default. This mode is great for everyday tasks like entering and editing data. Page layout shows you what the worksheet will look like on the printed page. You can also add headers and footers here. Page break preview makes it easy to change the location of page breaks in your workbook. This can be especially useful if you're printing lots of data. Last but not least, let's take a quick tour of the Backstage view. You can get here by clicking the File tab. Just look for it on the far left of the ribbon. Here, you can access all kinds of information related to your current workbook and more. This includes commands like New, Open, Save, and Print. All you have to do is click an item, and it will open in the right pane. This makes it easy to find what you're looking for and review your options all in one place. That covers the basics of Excel 2016. Now that you're more comfortable with the interface, including the Backstage view, the ribbon, and the work area, you're ready to start your first worksheet.
Okay, so that was a short video clip to help us know and understand what Microsoft Excel is and a little bit about the environment. There is obviously a little bit more detail in the same resource where we were watching the video. I think this is what, Cindy, were you referring to this online link or the textbook that I posted when you said you read through all the pages?
The textbook, sir.
Okay, so in addition to the textbook, I've chosen to give you the textbook and as well as this resource. It has the same sort of thing, but it's also explained in a little bit with a little bit more color and so on. And this textbook resource can also give you access to other additional information. So those 2 resources are what you can use to get some help. Again, you are free to go through this information and read through it. I'm just going through some of the main things that I want you to know and understand. What I also need to establish in this first lesson is that you in fact have on your laptop the Microsoft Excel application or program. So what I want you to do for me very quickly, and I'll give you maybe 3 minutes to do that before we discuss a few more things. I would like you to just open Microsoft Excel as you saw in the video that we were watching, it's an application that helps us to create spreadsheets and helps us to carry out calculations. I would like you to launch Microsoft Excel and to take a screenshot of it. And if you can please just post a screenshot of your version of Microsoft Excel onto WhatsApp. You can just send me a WhatsApp. I will just send my number on the chat section here. So you do have it though, because I'm in the group. I posted a message just now. So if you can please, I'll just give you maybe 2 minutes just to take a quick screenshot so that I can be sure that you are using you've got the version of Microsoft Excel that you need, and then we can carry on once you have done that. Is that okay? It's a little bit of a practical assignment based on what you read before in your previous lesson, and I just want to give a little bit of guidance on that. So it's an introduction to Microsoft Excel, and there are just a few questions that I need you to do. I'm just opening the first assignment. There are 7 questions, okay? And there are 7 things that I want you to do. And those 7 things, really simple, really easy exercise to start off with. We will obviously do more and more as we go. So there are a few things that I need you to read through the online resource or the other textbook, and I want you to do tasks 1 through to 7. And those tasks 1 through to 7, first of all, is clicking on a blank new workbook, all right, and opening the new spreadsheet, and then clicking to display the ribbon and to customize the quick access toolbar for quick print, new and spelling, and then the tell me bar. If you are using the 2016 version, if you're using the 2016 version, in the tell me bar, you can type the color and then hover over and fill it in and choose the yellow. But there are other ways that you can fill a cell with the yellow color, depending on the version of Microsoft Excel that you are using. Okay. And then when you've done that, I would like you to take a screenshot, and then you can hand in that first assignment into the classroom, and then I can mark it. We will then develop those concepts and do more in future lessons. Okay, so Cindy, I know you've already sent me a screenshot which shows me that you are actually well on your way. You've got Microsoft Excel. This assignment shouldn't take you too long to do. Again, like I said, I always like to start off simpler with students. I don't want to give you too many new things, to do too many things. We're just making sure that we have a good understanding of this platform and beginning to learn how to navigate through the different areas. I've got a 2010 version of Microsoft Excel, but it looks very similar to the other versions. So all I would want you to do today is, if you can start working on that assignment. It's not a long assignment at all. It's a short introductory assignment, so that I can just see that you've got the application, you've got the software, and you are able just to do a few very basic things. And if I see that, then as we go on into our next lessons next week, we will be able to do some more work. I want to find out, do you have somewhere to write, like a basic notebook for your lessons? Do you usually make some brief notes and write down anything?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. What I would encourage you to do, in addition to the assignment, is to just do a little bit of written work where you just put some brief things down in your book. It's not about recopying the textbook. That will be too much for you. But you can, for example, write down what topic we are doing, which is spreadsheets. And for instance, from this online resource, you could write down what spreadsheet program is all about. You write down some brief things, and I would encourage you to write down a little bit of notes, probably about a half a page, at most 1 page long. Half a page would probably suffice, with just a few highlights of the things that you are reading in your textbook, so that as we develop these concepts and as we move on, you've also got a few notes that you can use as well. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. So there are two things that I would want you to start doing and to start working on. The first one will be to make some brief notes, about half a page from the resource that is available, or the resources that are available, and then it will be to work through this exercise that I just showed you, which is the task 1 of the assignment, which has got those things. So you can take one screenshot once you've gone through the different practical examples that were highlighted. The quick access toolbar is there. But for instance, for me, the quick access toolbar, I have it over here on the top left of my screen. And if I want to make some changes to the quick access toolbar, I can simply select and add what is there. So that's how simple it is. I will need to then see that you've got all the relevant things in your quick access toolbar, and you can then take a screenshot once you've done all the 7 tasks, and then you can then just upload one assignment with your answers. So are there any questions on Microsoft Excel? We watched a video, obviously, which did some good introduction to what we wanted to cover. If there are no questions, I'm happy to give you a little bit of time now whilst we are together online, and then it's to then just finish off the rest for homework. We've come to the end of what I wanted to teach you for today's lesson, so we are going to end our lesson there. Again, like I said, if you need any additional support or help, I'm available. The most important thing now is to go through that first assignment and answer questions 1 through to 7 so that I can see that you've got a good idea of the Microsoft Excel platform. And then next week, we will cover additional material and go over more resources. You can read through the notes again, the online link, as well as the textbook that I've posted. If you need any other help, I'll be available. Is that okay?
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you again soon. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Have a wonderful day. Thank you.